Hello and welcome! I am Chaos the Kid, and this is episode 3 of my Let's Play for Ratchet and Clank. On the last episode, we got the swing shot, so we can swing and throw like little insects. As you can see, I'm no longer at Big Al's Robo Shack over there. I'm here at the beginning of the level. I was originally going to start at Big Al's, but then the power went out, so then my PlayStation shut off. And then when I got it back on, the game capture was messed up for some reason. I recorded a whole episode, but then it just didn't save the recording. I went to the files and it just wasn't there. And then I tried again and I just had more problems, and just now I had to find new batteries for my headphones because they're completely dead. So hopefully this episode turns out well. I messed up my intro there a bit, but I'm just going to keep going because I've had to do this so many times, just like the first episode. So instead of just walking all the way to Big Al's and starting the episode there, I wanted to show you some things here. So last time there was a Blarg commander here. Those are the Blarg guys that have rocket launchers. You've seen them. They just shoot little rockets at you one at a time. And there was another commando. I keep calling them commanders or commandos. They're commanders. They're Blarg commanders. There's another commander, another dog here. As you can see, both times there's been 4 robo-mutts. So sometimes when you go back into a level, there'll be different amount of enemies in different positions. Also, as you've probably noticed, there's no explosive crates here as there was before, but there were bolt crates up here. So there's also, I think it's just the explosive crates don't respawn when you go back through the world. Because that can't be entirely true, because I have seen explosive crates reappear, but apparently some disappear. I don't know what decides what. And we'll see more of that up here, as again, normally a Blarg commander runs out here and 1 robo-mutt, but now there's the 2 robo-mutts. And over there, normally there's another commander and 1 robo-mutt, but once again, we have 4. It's like the first 2 situations. Now here's another guy that I just killed instantly, didn't really show him off. This guy here is the Blarg bomb thrower. I called him the mine, I think I called him the mine dropper, the mine thrower or something. So when you attempt to approach him, he gets scared and runs around in a circle apparently. He's supposed to run away, and he drops 5 mines every, few, I don't know what his, set distance, but just every now and again he'll throw down 5 mines. As you can see, they're very dangerous. They'll blow up one, and sometimes they'll chain reaction and hit you with a bunch, so it can do a fair bit of damage to you. Once he gets far enough away, he'll stop. You go up to him again, he'll get scared and keep running. He runs along a set path, so that if you can figure out his path, you can just head him off. However, if you don't manage to do it correctly, he'll see you and turn around. Oh my god, why? Also, this is a great example of how this is a very inaccurate weapon. As you kind of throw it just where you're aiming, obviously, but it doesn't home in on enemies, so if they're running, they can tend to get past it fairly easy. And as you saw, we can blow up his mines with our bombs. It's not really worth it though, it's just easier to jump over it because it's just a waste of a bomb. You can shoot it with some weapons, but then again, that's just a waste of ammo. Also, if you're mid-air jump, you can long throw it as you just saw. I didn't reach him, but I still got it still threw the bomb a lot further. That guy ambushed me. So from here on out, the enemies are where they should be, and we'll continue from the other side of Big Al's store after I take these guys. What happened there? Ratchet didn't feel like throwing his bomb, I guess. Just quickly take out this commander. Oh god. Oh! Almost got me there. Had the missile coming up behind the dogs. It's like some sneak attack maneuver you'd see in an anime. My attack was behind his. Oh, so yeah, so we're already back at Big Al's. He's clinking his hands evilly because he extorted all that money from us last time. But other than extorting some money, he's a pretty cool guy. I think he shows up once more. I'm trying to remember because I'm confused. I know I confused him with somebody else that shows up as well. I know I've said this before, but I'm sorry I keep saying I don't know. I don't think I do know this game, but I'm way more familiar with Going Commando. I only played this one a few times. Played Going Commando a couple dozen times, and then I played Up Your Arsenal some amount between those two. So yeah, this is I didn't mention, but we bought the helipack from him. That's what I'm talking about, him extorting money. He got us the helipack, and this area is going to show us what it is and what it does. They don't really explain it beforehand, and at first I thought I was just going to start the episode here and just instantly show you what the helipack does. But unfortunately, like I said, I had a lot of problems with power outages and equipment failure.
So now we're just going to get into it and show you what this does.
Try using the Helipack's boost jump feature to climb these boxes. Press the R1 button to crouch, then jump.
Before, when you do this, you hold R1 to crouch, as she said, then you jump, and you hella boost your way up. Before, it would just be a high jump that you didn't really need to get anywhere. I think you actually use it a bit more in going commando. You don't use it too often in this game. There's a secret area you need to use it to get into coming up. Other than that, you don't really use it too much. There's another move you get with, there's two other moves. The next move they show us with the Helipack is the one you use a lot, or at least I'll be using it a lot.
You'll need your new Helipack stretch jump feature to cross this gap. While you're running, crouch using the R1 button and then jump.
So that's a horrible explanation on how to use this one, because if you're running and you jump, sometimes you can just like slide, and if you hold it too long it doesn't work and you just end up doing this instead, and you slowly drift to your death. My advice on how to use this is to run and then hit both of them at the same time. It just launches you across gaps. I'll also use it to run down straight stretches in place of a sprint, because there's not really a sprint in this game. There's just this movement speed. At least he's not like a weird protagonist that just like walks everywhere like Agent 47 from the Hitman games. I know you can kind of do a jog in them, but he doesn't really run at all, even when being shot at. So Ratchet's default speed is a run, so you can't really do anything better, but you do get this that just lets you quickly... Oh, I got a bit of a dry throat. Sorry about that. It just lets you go down straight stretches really fast. You can't really turn while doing it, so be careful. Here's one of the few places we'll need to jump to. This is not the secret place I was talking about. It's just some ammo for my Pyrocytor. I will get to burn my enemies in holy fire. And no matter what you think, that is not a Warhammer 40k reference. I know they like to purge and burn things in holy fire. I don't know if they burn things in holy fire so much. I know they like to kill with holy vengeance, so... Oh, those Space Marines. I'm making a bunch of references.
Try using the glide feature of your new Helipack. Jump, and then press and hold the X button in midair to glide.
So this is the third feature I was talking about. I'll mainly be using the stretch jump. This is just a glide, though. You've seen in multiple games. Just jump, hold jump in midair, glide, and then a bunch of Blarg commanders come out to ruin your day. Oh. I normally set my weapons, and I'll show you how to set weapons in the quick select wheel when we get the blaster. Normally I would have them set by now, because normally I'd have the blaster. So I went for where my default stuff is. I'm like, well, that's not it. That's a flamethrower. Oh god, he almost got me. How do you miss at point blank range with an explosive weapon? I guess he didn't want to blow himself up, so he tried to like wing me with it, but he missed completely because he's a damn fool. I just want to... Wah! Cool Jump Man. I am Cool Jump Man, the lamest superhero ever. Watch me do a cool flip. Alright, here's some more Robomutts. So here's a stupidly named thing. This thing right here. Did you see it just shot out some metallic balls? And that spawned Robomutts. So this thing here is a Blarg generator. I don't know why they decided to go with that name. It's an enemy spawner. It spawns in Robomutts, and later it'll spawn in other small one-hit kill robots. And by one-hit kill, I mean one-hit kill with a wrench. Whenever I say something is a one-hit kill in this game, I'm talking about hitting with a wrench. Because there's some guns that, like, the blaster does less damage than the wrench, but it's like a full auto. It's basically an SMG more than it's a pistol. Like, it's just like a full auto little laser gun, so it does less damage than most weapons, but it fires a lot of shots, so it makes up for the lack of damage with damage per second. You all know how automatics work. Okay. I prefer to take those guys out early because it's just annoying to play hopscotch with their bombs. But yeah. Also, we will be seeing, while all Blarg generators look the same no matter what they spit out, we will be seeing some organic generators in the next world. I want to say level, but it's not. It's worlds. I mean, they're basically levels. You don't ever like go back for different reasons. But yeah, in the next world, when we go to save the crew of the solar ship Radical, there'll be some like I don't even know what they're. I think they're actually called nests, not generators. They actually have like a better name, but they're like very organic and like a living creature that spits out these smaller creatures. So it's kind of disgusting if you really think about it. So this here is the area I was talking about. I guess I should have showed it better. That's one thing I'm not doing good at, is doing a better job at showing and telling what you're supposed to be doing. So yeah, it's just a high jump with the helipack. So in this area, you can just jump over here, do some platforming, and get that gold bolt. But I'm going to kill all these Robomutts in that generator down there to get some money. I already have enough for the blaster, but you know, there's going to be more weapons, so it's good to have as much bolts as possible. I'm going to get down here and fight, because it feels a bit cheap just standing up there and bombing them. I'm going to get down in the trenches and fight. Burn, you bugger! Sorry. I'm having fun just burning all these little Robodogs. I've had to, like I said, I've had to record this a few times, so I'm getting a little goofy. I've had to kill those dogs like, I think 5 times now, and then I've had to do like the next planet twice. Hopefully I can work through some of these mechanical issues or equipment failures I'm having. Please don't take that out of context. I know you will, all you naughty people of the internet. But I am having a problem with my recording setup, so hopefully I'll work it out. You know, the goal is I stop stuttering and flopping over my words by episode 4, and by the frickin' next game playthrough I should know what I'm doing. I know that's a far stretch, but I'll probably need it. Alright. So yeah, that was all just for the gold bolt. You can kill the other guys for the silver bolts if you want them. But this is the rest of where the level goes. You saw me take those two guys, and there's just Blarg commanders everywhere. It's a bit odd they're called commanders with there being so many of them. Normally you think commanders wouldn't, like, you know, there's normally not like 5 colonels hanging out in one little stretch of a war zone. I guess they could have been on break or something. Like, they didn't really expect me to come tearing through here, so that might have actually just been like an officer meeting. You know what? I just debunked myself. That makes sense. Hey, here's a fun thing. You might be like, oh, what's all this now? Is this another secret? Well, we'll check that in a moment. Oh my god, did I just burp? I'm so sorry. Very sorry. I've tried not to, but like that came out of nowhere. I'm so embarrassed. But I'm not going to record because I've done this episode multiple times. Oh, almost fell off. So yeah, you can, if you don't blow up those boxes I just jumped off, you can hop on top of them with the high jump. Or if you're feeling risky, you can hop on that explosive box, hop on those 3 boxes, I keep calling them boxes, they're crates, official name, and then hop up here before it explodes. And up here, it's not really worth it to get up here. There's just, as you can see, there's just some bolts, some ammo, nothing really, like, nothing you should really go out of your way for. You can also slowly damage this wall, I think you've seen over here now. So I'll just hop over here. No, there's no secret, there's no gold bolt, no nothing. They just kind of tease you by having this wall of crates, and it's like, oh my god, what's behind it? Nothing. This is one of the many cases you'll see me just lob a couple bombs, because the amount of bolts you get back will more than pay for those bombs themselves. That's also just fun to blow things up. I don't know if I mentioned that last episode or in one of my failed recordings, but I do love explosives. You'll see me favor explosive weaponry in-game. I'll still use lots of other weapons, especially just to show them off for you, the viewers. But a lot of times I'll just end up defaulting to my explosives. Unfortunately, things like rocket launchers often have low ammo to make up for their power and destructibility, so I'll probably use the hell out of them, run out of ammo, and then have to you just use a different weapon. Unless I'm ever playing Borderlands, because then you can get the Torg guns that are just explosive. Although in all fairness, like Torg's only my favorite brand in Borderlands 2. In Borderlands 3, I forget, it's hard to explain, but they've got the Vladoff guns with the underbarrels attachments, and I love the assault rifles that have the underbarrel bipod, because it just turns into a full auto sniper. It's just insane. Because you just become so accurate. But that's a different game, so we'll deal with that when we get to there. For now, well, I'll talk about this game, because that's what I'm doing. So I mentioned before a train level where if you threw the bombs, they would freeze mid-air, glitch out, and come back at you. This is that train. I was confusing it for the Reimagined, where that happens. As you can see in this one, that does not happen. However, as you saw there, some shots can still get caught by the wind and go off at odd angles, like his shot just went sideways for like 2 feet and then came at me. Hang on, I just want to... I'll keep talking for a moment here. I want to see if we actually like pull into the station or just pass it. So I've never like just waited. Anyways. Oh, we are passing. Okay. Sorry about that. So in the Reimagined is the one where it glitches. I call it a glitch. I know you're thinking like, Chaos, if you threw a bomb forwards during on a train that the wind was coming back at you, like a full moving train, I mean, then of course it would get caught and come back at you. But that's not what I'm talking about. It goes forward, gets stuck in the air, like freaks out, like goes back and forth really fast, and then shoots back at you. Like maybe it's meant to come back at you, but it clearly glitches out, at least in my version. I don't know if this is a problem anyone else has. But at the very least in my version, it does like freak out midair before coming back at you. So that's why I call it a glitch. It's also just very disconcerting because they don't really tell you. Also, I'm ignoring that info bot because he runs away like a jerk. I don't know why Ratchet didn't get him while I was talking there and just standing still. But yeah, they don't really give you any warning that they're going to apply those physics of the high speed wind catching the bomb. And then again, like it just freaks out at me. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like the bombs don't hurt Ratchet, so it's not really that much of a concern. But it's just annoying to deal with because you don't expect it. Because there's like nowhere else in the game where stuff like that happens. So I guess I don't really use it, but that is a strategy to take care of those guys. Like scare them off, but don't chase him. Just wait till he stops and then walk up. Because he'll be standing there looking at you, and then he's gonna get scared, jump, turn, and run. And then he has like in that whole animation, you can like hit him with anything and just like take him out fast. Oh, here's another.
Greetings, Executive Chairman Drek.
Dispense with the pleasantries, Lieutenant. My sources tell me you're behind schedule. You must prepare this planet to be harvested for our new world.
Yes, sir. As you can see, everything is moving along as planned.
I'm counting on you, Lieutenant. And as your former commander can tell you, I don't take disappointment well.
Yes, sir. I won't fail.
Drek is destroying yet another planet.
Yeah, but if that's the kind of help he's getting, I don't think we have anything to worry about.
You should not underestimate Chairman Drek. He is quite dangerous. We must find Captain Quark.
Look, that lieutenant doesn't seem so tough. Let's take him out ourselves.
Perhaps we can persuade the lieutenant to tell us where Drek is.
Now you're talking.
I don't know, that guy looked pretty tough. Like, he's a big boy, and he was chomping down on an e-cig. Like, literally. It's not even like an electronic cigarette. It's like in friggin... What's all this? Oh! Oh, wow, I actually did not know about this. I've always panned to the left, never once to the right. I was trying to make a joke about how, like, you saw the end of a cigarette had, like, a little antenna on it. Like, it was actually, like, a proper electronic cigarette, not like any sort of, like, uses electronic components to heat up the I was gonna say marijuana, because I know a lot of stoners. I guess most people use e-cigs for actually smoking tobacco. And before you freak out, oh my god, stoners, I live in Canada, it's legal. And I don't really like hang out with them, I just like knew a lot of them in high school, which I don't really talk to them anymore. I kind of didn't really talk to them in high school, I just kind of knew them on the bus. I didn't have any friends in high school. I had a few friends. But you know, I was just like that lonely nerd in the
I got some great bargains
in the library on computers. And that's where I met my few friends. Okay, just gonna get some ammo for my other guns. And finally buy the blaster!
Oh, that's a nice one.
It is, it's amazing. It's one of my favorite guns in the game just because it's so simple. And you may be like, Chaos, you said you like bombs, not simple. But here's the thing. The bombs, you gotta get like within a certain range or else you just can't hit anything. Like, you can't even like hit them close or too far. You have to be in this medium range. Pyrocidor. Again, you have to be close range to do this, and it's great for crowd control, but it's not really great for like fast damage on tough targets. The blaster, despite being a pistol, again, this thing is just full auto machine gun fire. Look at that. So while it does next to no damage, you can just quickly like quickly chip away at like even really tough enemies and just quickly take them down from a distance as they're just slowly walking towards you, and it's got like a fair chance to stun them. So even though they're these big boys walking towards you, they just like keep getting stunned and like freaking out. They're like, bruh! And like take a few swings and they keep running. So like, so even if they're like fast, it's still good at like taking them out. So it's just a great gun in this game. I'm gonna get some ammo while I'm freaking out over this gun. Sorry. I'm very high energy, so that's kind of working against me because I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm getting so excited. Also, I'll show you this now. Quick select. You can change your weapon wheel however you want to. It's very useful. I like having my main weapons at the 4 cardinals of up, down, left, right, just because it's quicker to flick the right stick in that direction to get them. I'm just trying to think about how exactly I want this. I think I'll do that, and then I'll have the swing shot at an angle because I don't really need that too often. I don't need quick select. Oh, did I say right stick? I meant left stick. God, I'm bad at thinking on my feet. I know you're thinking that's a skill you need to be a Let's Player. I'll get better at it. I have nowhere to go back but up. See, I'm starting so low, nowhere to go but up. That's how I'm going to look at this. Alright. That should be good. Also, you're going to get, as you probably saw, I'll show you this again. We may only have 4 slots left on our weapon wheel. But look at where the weapons are. That's I'm pretty sure that's a 5x4 grid we're going to fill up with weapons. At least I think. I'm trying to think if it's like... I'm just trying to think so. For some reason, I'm getting confused. It doesn't look like that's the right size. But it might just be because I've never played it on this TV. I've got a very nice big flat screen. I've only ever played the PlayStation 2 version of this. That was back on a big old projection block TV. Oh my goodness, that thing was huge and horrible. Can't see nothing. Well, you could, but you know, it's like, compared to nowadays, the graphics were a potato. So, yeah. We're all done here now, so we're going to head on to the, I'll show it in a moment here, the next planet to go save the crew of the solar ship Radical. And that's at Outpost X11 or Outpost X11 on planet Eridia. Eridia? Like Dia Diadem? From Ebenward? None of you know what I'm talking about, but it's a Pathfinder game on Twitch I like to watch. It's amazing story. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to think here if I need anything. No, this should be good. Just trying to think. I don't really like to leave a planet with loading screens until I'm sure. Just trying to think. I don't need anything else. I've done everything. I'm just like I said, I had to record this 3 times. So I'm just trying to remember if I got everything. But yeah, Evan Ward's a series I watch on Twitch. If anyone's interested in just like a story-driven Pathfinder game, I highly suggest watching it. It's a lot better than most Pathfinder games where it's just like, you know, you got like the dumb barbarian and the horny bard and the goofy wizard. And I'm sure lots of people like that, but like Evan Ward characters actually have, like, even the players and the NPCs actually have like a lot of like actual character to them. They're well thought out people, not just like a goofy thing this person did for a joke. Oh well, that's enough shilling a group who doesn't even know about me. But I love their stuff, so that's for anyone wondering, if you do want to look it up, it's a surprise round on Twitch. Evan Ward. No more weapons. I forget exactly when a lot of the weapons get unlocked, because normally I just ignore them. Like when I normally play this, I'll go planets without looking at the vendor. So yeah, I forgot. I was going to instinctively go back there. So as I said before, you need the slingshot for puzzles on this planet. That whole like half-built build, oh, I guess there's a full building kind of, but that half-built building is where you get where you need the slingshot for a puzzle. So there's one path here that splits when you get inside the building. One half you need the slingshot, the other half you can just do whenever. And that'll take you to the manager who we saw in the SOS from the solar ship Radical. I keep saying that differently every time. However, if you go this way that I was going, you'll meet the man, the myth, the legend, Skid McMarks! I should really say that with more emotion, not like a robot. The man, the myth, the legend, Skid McMarks. But yeah, so we're gonna see this cool guy that needs our help. So let's go save a celebrity.
It's him, Skid McMarks.
That man from the infobot.
In the flesh, little dude. You guys get a load of that epic space battle I was in?
We saw ya, screaming for help.
That was like a war cry. My agent and I got ambushed on the way to hoverboard practice.
Did he survive the crash, sir?
He's okay, but I've had a little trouble getting back to my ship due to my sprained ankle.
Oh, come on.
If you can take out all the sand sharks, I just might have a spare hoverboard for you.
We'd love to help you, Mr. McMarks, but Ratchet and I need to find Captain...
One of your boards? I've always wanted a decent hoverboard. Well, alright. You just keep that foot elevated.
So yeah, he's standing pretty firmly on a bad ankle. Can't even... Yeah, you see, you can't even tell which one he's claiming is his ankle. He pointed at this one, but it's like, he's just standing still. So yeah, I just mentioned it before, you save him, he's clearly saved, but if you help him out here, get back to his ship, because this isn't the ship, this is a life pod. If you get back to his actual ship, he'll give you his hoverboard, and when you get to Darkwater, what a hell of a name, huh, Darkwater. When you get to Darkwater, you get to enter the hoverboard competitions, which you need to for the story, so if you didn't do that, you'll need to come back here and help him out. And yes, he did say sand sharks, and I said sand shark nest. You can actually see one in the distance over there. This is what I was saying, this isn't really an iron sight, but you do get to like aim your guns a bit better. I don't think you could hit that thing, because this gun does not have that range. This gun's good points are not range or damage, but it is rapid fire, so... But yeah, so that's the sand shark nest that'll spit out more sand sharks. These are the sand sharks. In my opinion, the sand sharks? Sand sharks. In my opinion, they are adorable and I love them. I wish I had like a sand shark plushie. So yeah, you can see why they're called sand sharks. They just go around with their fin above. Similar to the robo-mutts and the bees. Ouch. I have the parasite there, so... similar to the sand shark and the robo bees, the flamethrower is a great crowd control for them. You just spin around. You eventually gotta take out the nest though. As you see, we need to take out 44 sand sharks and 6 nests. They're not really nests though. At least to me, they look very organic in nature. So it's a bit weird thinking these things just like spin them out. But yeah. Well, I don't know if I finished my thought. I never do. Here's a fun thing. You look back there. There's a gold bolt. How did you get it? Do you blow this up? Let's try. Nope. I will show you how to get that in a moment. That's one of the few I know how to get. But yeah, so they're obviously called sand sharks because they dig around the sand with their little fin above. Normally they just like hang out waiting for you to approach and then they jump out. They're not really like hunters. They more just like wait. Although they're not really that great ambush because again their fins above and you can kind of see them. Well, I can only imagine similar to a shark that fin helps them like glide through the sand. Also, with how loose sand this is, things can just swim around in it. I think Ratchet would have a problem walking in it, but luckily he doesn't. Wah! Oh, I tried jumping into it, but I was too close. Alright. And then there's some ammo for you. I talked over it again, I really should explain stuff. So yeah, that was one of the few breakable walls. I showed one before. I don't know where all of them... I don't know if there is any more. Those are the only 2 I know. Sorry, excuse me for just a moment. Sorry about that, but like I said, there's just been some problems starting, but I'm not going to record. Wow, he almost bit me. I'm not going to re-record. So, where is it? I think it's here. Nope, it's up here, okay. Sand shark ambush! Oh god, they're biting me! They're tearing me apart! Oh god, they're called sand sharks, bro. They're more like sand piranhas, where they just ambush you like that. So yeah, I was saying how they're not that great at ambushing despite being ambush predators. But there they just proved me wrong. So this is the only time they'll just ambush you from a cliff assault. So there's 2 of their spawners up here. Wrong button. Blow that one up, blow that one up. And there's some sharkies just... Weird. I could have swore a bomb was enough to kill him. I was really confused there when I saw him still standing. So there's only some sharkies down here in the sand. You can just throw bombs at them because I don't think they can actually get up and get you. Let's blow that one up and see. They at least won't sense you. Yeah, they can't actually get out of there. I don't know why. Like, they're big enough you really think they should be able to jump up, but they can't. So this is your one chance of just getting to, like, shoot fish in a barrel, except it shoots sand sharks in a sand trap. I say sand trap because it's kind of like a golf course sand trap. Which is also a Halo map. That's not important. I'm not really a Halo fan, that's just one of the few facts I know. This is one of your few chances just to have fun and, like, shoot them with your blast or throw grenades at them without them retaliating. From here on out, though, they're going to be able to retaliate, and very violently, might I add. This is probably like one of the few times you really get, like, munched on by them. They're normally pretty easy if you take the other way. You fight some sand sharks. That's a tongue twister, apparently, for me. Some sand sharks here and there along that path. But they're like I said before, like, you can see their fins, so you walk up, they hop out of the sand. They're pretty easy to take out. As you can see here, there's a bunch. This is one of the few places they really get to me. You know what? I'm going to just bomb it. Pistol! I can chill the pistol. And you saw I took a lot of shots to take that out. Oh god, this pistol is not working. Oh god. Oh, they're just taking me to pieces. I thought I could show off my pistol, but apparently that was a mistake. I underestimated the sharks. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Here, man. Catch.
A brand new Z3000. You can't even buy these.
Well, I got a bail. Catch you dudes at the hoverboard races.
You've just acquired a Gadgetron Z3000 hoverboard. Use your new hoverboard at the racetrack in Blackwater City on planet Rilgar.
Yeah, so unfortunately you can only use the hoverboard at the racetracks. It's not a new way to travel. And I was a bit surprised there because normally, I guess it's because I was showing off the sand shark nests. Normally there's always like sand sharks left over, so like I normally have to like go through the whole level again and find some. Because normally, if you kill them all really fast, you'll kill the spawners before you're done with killing all the sharks. So sometimes there'll be some sharks left, and they'll just randomly spawn in this area to make up for the fact there's no spawners left. There's not enough sharks on the map as there are to kill. It's kind of supposed to work with the fact that they spawn in, so if you do kill the nest first, don't worry, they'll spawn randomly. Normally that happens to me. So I was a bit surprised when it was just like, oh, you're done. Also, for a guy with a bad ankle, Sid managed to walk all the way here unassisted, climb up this cliff, hop in there, throw the hoverboard to us, and hop out the other side. I think something's up. I don't want to call a celebrity a liar. You know, he seems like a good guy, honest bloke, as far as, you know, friggin' surfer dudes go. I'm saying surfer dudes aren't honest, but they like telling their tall tales. And before you're like, he's a skater dude. Surfer dude, skater dude, they're very similar in my opinion. I'm sorry. Any skaters who are offended by being called surfers, any surfers offended being called skaters. Yeah. He said he'd see you in the hoverboard competitions. You never see that guy again. Never again. At least I don't. He might be like an NPC in the background or something. Or he's always an NPC. You never get to play him. But he might be in the background in some shots, but you never like interact with him directly again. I guess I should get some ammo. I was gonna be like, there's no new guns.
I got some great bargains for you today.
Here we go. Okay, there's not really a buy all option. There is in later games, not so much here. You just gotta hold right, and then you can always like decrease the amount of bolts you're buying somewhere in the middle of case, or ammo, in case you don't have enough bolts. You can decrease how much ammo they're gonna give you. But so you get so much bolts in this game, you should never be short on friggin' money for ammo. So I just keep saying bolts. You should never be short on ammo, or short on money for ammo. Yeah, these are some good guys. I never get to... These are good guys. They are honest, working gentlemen. These are good guys to use the blaster on. I normally don't have the blaster, because normally I go here first and then to Metropolis. So it's kind of refreshing to just be able to shoot those dudes. Oh god, I did not realize I slipped into the mud until I looked down. I was watching the sand sharks blow up. So if you fall in the muck, you slowly start sinking, you get one jump to get back on land. And you're like, but Chaos, you jumped and fell back in the mud. No, I landed on the mud from the sand from my jump and slipped back in the mud. So you get one jump to get back to land. If not, then you sink fully into the mud and get taken out. And you just respawn back on land. Like, it's not like something super tragic, special ending. It's just a hazard. Ratchet's not really one for, I was gonna say swimming or wading the way through muck. But I guess you can swim in some areas. It's just like, quite often there's very deadly creatures in the water. So, I'm just trying to focus and deal with all these guys. Think of what I said. I'm going to be very umming this episode of all of them. I'm going to it a lot because I'm new. I'm trying to think my way through. Yeah, I'm just going to head in. It's just right up here is where the paths diverge. 2 paths diverge in a wood. I took the one less traveled by. That's not true at all. When I get in the woods and there's 2 paths, one is like really worn out, one's really traveled, I'll pick the travel path. I don't want to get eaten by a wild animal. That'll probably happen anyway in the wood. That's why I don't really go walking too much. Sure, that's the reason, Chaos. It's not because you're lazy. Shut up, all you people in the comment section. Alright, so this is the slingshot route I was talking about. You need the slingshot. There's no way to do this without it. You get something at the end that you need to yeah. Porky Pig, what are you doing here? Sorry, I stumbled over my words there. So you get something at the end of this path that you need to play the game, like, just trying to think of the words, I don't want to spoil what it is. But in order to continue along... So for all of you who is wondering how I've been looking around so much that you're playing along and you're like...
You can reverse.
Shut up. And you're wondering how I've been looking around, that's how you do it. This is where they explain it to you. It's a really weird place to explain it to the player. But yeah, so the gadget you get at the end of this path, you need it to actually like progress in the game. That's the word I'm trying to think of. It won't spoil. To progress through areas, you'll need the gadget you find. I keep almost saying the name. Don't say. It's secret. In the comments, don't say. No matter what. I think it's pointless. People are gonna see in like a couple minutes here. You don't really need to jump away. I like to for safety. You could just like shoot forwards and go back. Sometimes I've tried to be like a cool man and like jump backwards and then they're like, whoa! But then you just end up falling on the bombs like a dumbass. I shouldn't swear. I'm not gonna get monetized if I swear. I was gonna play on the fact that I'm Canadian and try to use insults like hoser, because that's a funny insult to me. And I like using it in my day-to-day life just to screw with other people. They're like, well, why are you saying that? It's like, well, that's funny. If anyone's wondering what a hoser is, first of all, there's the item. Don't look at it. A hoser, up here in Canada during winter, the kids like to play hockey games, but you can't always afford to go to the rink or you can't always drive to the rink. So lots of times they'll like pack down some snow, spray it down with a hose so that it freezes, and like you gotta do that a few times to get nice even ice, and then 2 teams will play off. But their skating will ruin the ice, so next time like it'll just be shitty ice. Sorry for swearing. Again, I gotta work on that. It'll be bad ice. So the loser team would then have to hose down the ice. And as such, if you're a loser, you're a hoser. So when I call someone a hoser, that means I'm calling them a loser. It's just a funny way to do it. Oh yeah, you could slingshot in this cutscene. I like jumping in.
Yes!
Yes!
Using the latest in precision laser technology, the Gadgetron Trespasser is guaranteed to work on Gadgetron's line of Invinso lock security doors.
Did you hear that? Oh my goodness, like, by Menos' sake, Milk Drinker, like, what the heck? Like, talk about making the war so you can fund the war. They made a line of invincible locks that can be hacked or picked anyway, and then they made a device specifically built to hack those locks. Gadgetron, you're sounding a little corrupt here, friend.
Lasers are mounted on each ring of the Invinso lock. Aim the lasers at the receptors on the outside ring to turn them green. All receptors must be green before the Invinso lock will open.
Yeah, so You can see I got 3 rings here I can pick from going up and down. They glow when you're selecting them. Then you got kind of the gear shape on the outside.
Use the left analog.
Shush. I'm going to keep interrupting her because I'm just going to explain this. You got the gear around the outside. It's got those three glowing parts. So you got to line up the lasers with the glowing parts of the outside gear. Like this. Seemed pretty simple because it was the starter lock. They get pretty hard later on. Like, to the point of like... I think in the Reimagine, they added in all the same locks. But they eventually give you the option to just hit a button and skip it. But like... Then they give you the bonus of you get a bunch of bolts if you do it yourself. But some do get pretty difficult because they add in things where it's like, as you saw that, but I didn't really point out, if 2 lasers are pointing directly at each other, the laser generator will block the other laser so they won't get all the way to the gear, so they won't light up anything. They also add in like multiple lasers on one ring so they all move at once, and they'll also add in blockers on one ring that like when you line it up correctly, it might end up blocking another ring, so then you need to put it at a different part of the gear to light it up. So they do get pretty complex later on. Nothing that you should be like super hard. Like, as long as you just sit there and think about it, you should be able to figure it out. I know that's what I do. Sometimes I just have to like sit there. So for some of the later locks, I might have to do a bit of cutting just because I'm just going to be silently staring at the screen. I don't know all the locks by heart, but I have, like, at one point or another, figured them all out. Like, I have... That sounds odd to say. I just don't remember it, but at one point or another I have hacked them all, so I'm just going to kill this gentleman here. Again, I've talked about it. We are killing these guys. They are run by AI. They do have thoughts and feelings. And we're just mercilessly cutting them down in line of fire. They're not even bad guys. They're just here protecting their construction site. They're not with the Blarg. They're just look, they're welders. They're building this. And I'm just intruding. Turns out Ratchet's the bad guy. Not really, but there's like, as much as I like joking that they do run on advanced AI, lots of the enemy, like, as you can see, Clank and many NPC robots you'll talk to, they're fairly smart. These guys actually are just, like, running on base programming of build and defend place from unknown creatures and intruders, so... As much as I like joking that they actually are smart, they're not. They're just working on programming, so don't feel too bad about cutting them down. Or do, you know, if you like to be the sadist, if you are the murder hobo in your Pathfinder game, then feel free to see it that way. I can't stop you. Okay, these guys are just gonna keep jumping down as I get close. I need to end the episode. It's way past the 30-minute mark. I'm sorry about that. Last time I was able to do all this and get the manager by 30 minutes, I didn't realize I was taking so long. This is bad. Luckily, I'm not getting monetized yet, so I can make these episodes as long as short as I want. It just takes longer to upgrade. Or upload. Forgot I'm dumb. Oh well, I'll be ending the episode here for now. Porky Piggy. I'll end the episode here for now. If you liked what you saw, for whatever reason, hit the like button. If you want to see more of my videos, hit the subscribe. If you want to go the extra mile for helping me out, you can check out my Patreon. That would really help me. There's only just one option for $1 a month. As of my channel and my fan base grows, I'll add more stuff. For now, it's just $1. If you can't help me or don't want to, that is completely fine. Do not worry. It helps a lot just watching these videos. It helps get me noticed. So for that, I give you my deepest thanks. I didn't realize how much that bomb glows in his hand. Yeah, so thank you very much for just watching the video, and hopefully you'll watch more of my stuff. But this is bye for now, and I'll see you next time.